What's going on, all you little chipsters out there? It has been a couple, 2 or 3 days since I've made a video. It's been a wild ride. So anyways, we got set up on this job. I didn't make any videos on this job. It was a really small job. We've been really busy the last couple days trying to get stuff wrapped up. So yeah, couldn't really record it all, but anyways, we've had this problem with this chipper. It's giving us fits, and I've tried to figure it out, and I think I'm getting closer and closer and closer to where we need to be. That's what happens, that flail chain when she wears out. But let me show you in here when I'm having problems. There's a couple of wiring experts out there. Boy, it was probably last winter we had this problem. But there's a select few people that enjoy working on wiring. And yeah, it has been, I've had to chip the last 2 days, and I've been behind the 8 ball, so not really, couldn't really record, just trying to starting off behind, and you got 6 trucks sitting here. I'm just trying to get wood through this thing as fast as possible, as clean as possible, as nice as possible, to get everybody on their way. So today, I got everybody on their way. I even changed knives, still had it all done. It was 12:20. It was a really good morning, and then we ran out of wood. So there's logs back there. There wasn't even enough room here to get everything around. Log truck around me, the slasher just left. That's going to the next job. The chipper's going to get moved to the next job. So I said, I got a few minutes. Let's just talk real quick, and I'll show you what I got going on. And it's been, man, it's been a fight in here. And I think it was about a year ago we had this conversation. Yeah, revisited. What is happening is you'll be chipping just fine, and that V12 will just rev right down and shut off. And then you got to kick your clutch out, because otherwise the clutch will say too low RPMs in the motor, and then it'll kick you out for 5 minutes or 15 minutes. So it depends on what's going on. It'll kick you out, so you can't engage the clutch again. So you have to disengage the clutch. Which, another problem is, we got a new panel, one of these up there with the clutch thing in the cab. That panel doesn't light up. So last time we were trying to get a hold of Morbark to get a different one. I think it was like $700. When you pay that kind of money, it better work right. So we were trying to get a hold of Morbark to get another one, because what that does is, once that your clutch is engaged, it lights up green. And when the motor's revving down and you see that it's still green, your brain's telling you to push it off. But if it's not, if it's just black like that, it doesn't, it's not clicking up here. So we're trying to get a new panel, and that panel that doesn't work is your both motors, your throttle for both motors, your clutch engage, your feed wheels, and your 1, 2, and 3 yoke or flail drums on and off. So it's kind of important that we have that one going, because there's a whole lot going on in that little section up there. These sections up there are different than they are down here. But it's a special, each individual one are different, even though they have all the same, they look the same. This one's different than this one. The clutch here is totally different setting than the other ones, so it's all different. So they're each individual one. So we got to get that one reordered, get it working, because the problem is when this motor shuts down, the feed wheels, everything shuts off, because your feed wheels are connected to this motor. Your flail still runs. You can still move your cab, your boom, everything like that still works. Conveyor shuts off. So you're chipping. This happened the last 2 days in the morning. First we had problems with the clutch. We got that fixed. This wire here, right there on number 2, that's my clutch power. That was slightly, it wasn't pushed in there good enough. It's giving me a low voltage reading, which would kick your clutch out. Yeah, but then when that happens, The motor's still running, so your feed wheels are still on. Yeah, not good. So then you have to realize what's going on and get the wood out of there before it gets in the, and then it jams it up. Yes. So after dealing with that for 2 days, we tracked that down to that plug in the fuse box. Got that fixed. That has not given us problems since. I actually had to cut a section of wire out, put it back in there, and it's worked beautifully. Thank you. Don't give you no more fits. And then the next day I get here and it keeps shutting off on Josh. He was chipping. So I fiddled with it, got up in there. I think it shut off probably 5 or 6 times on me on one load. And I was getting very irritated. And then it shut off once more. And then the rest of the day, I did 8 more loads after that. Never gave me a problem. Then, yesterday, was it yesterday? Yes. It's so crazy. My brain's in many different places. Sorry, YouTube. Anywho, then it gave me some more fits again. And this is what I did. And it seemed to fix it yesterday. Yesterday or the day before. The last time that it fiddled on me, gave me fits, gave me attitude. What had happened was Morbark had a zip tie around all these wires here, and there's a whole bunch of them there, and they had it connected to that piece below that breaker right here. And when I'd shut the door, it's like it'd pull just a little bit on that. So I cut the zip tie off. Okay, I cut the zip tie off. Ran beautifully. You didn't hear this morning, it's doing it again. So, one of these wires in here, 2 of these wires in here, and this whole section are touching somewhere. That's what I can think. Unless, I don't like this here. These are wiggly. They're not in there like solid. I don't like that. These are fine, but these breakers here, and the top one's your engine shut off. So I don't like them at all. Now what had happened here is the same thing. We had, you can see I taped up some wires. We had wires that wore down, that were rubbing against the wall here, and then touched each other, and that was shutting it down. So it's just a big giant learning curve. You go from running a 1994 flail. It's a 1994, so it's got a start box up here and a start box up there on the old chipper, and there's hardly any wires. The wires go to the cab. There's not a whole lot of wiring in that thing, and you can track stuff down pretty quick of what's going on. This thing is a whole nother ball game, and learning it has been just the most enjoyable thing ever. Actually, what worked once the other day was it worked a load before I took the zip tie out. Was I shoved this piece of wood in here, okay, and then shut the door like that. And when I shut this, then it pushed the wires away from there, and that seemed to work. It worked for almost the whole load. And then I just got something going on in there. So I got to search and find it. That's the fun part, is finding it. I am not no wiring expert. I just learning it. Learning when you're running this thing. So I got to get in here, and I got to go through all the wires and check out, see if I can find a couple that are giving, 1 or 2 that are giving me fits. And if not, I don't know where to go. I don't know if we got to get a new section for these breakers, or this section's your engine shut off. I don't know if that's the one giving me fits. But if I remember correctly, it was cold weather the last time it gave me fits. Fun, fun, fun. So that's what I've been dealing with. That's why I haven't got much videos made, because I have been too busy trying to get that fixed, get that cleaned up. It's been real. But the next job we go to, this job was just not enjoyable from the very beginning to the end. It has been a problem. We've only been here 2 days, only chipped 2 days. We set up here the first day. It was not fun. I made a video talking about, oh, this is real life, real deal here. I made a video when we moved over here saying the day before we moved that I'm getting everything set up to get the skidder over here. That way the chipper can come over here and we can just take right off. Well, it was just horrible. It was just absolutely not pretty. Everything that could just about go wrong went wrong. I mean, it was bad. The truck blew a drive shaft out of it that was pulling the chipper. They switched trucks. They got a mile down the road. The brakes caught on fire. Then by the time now there's a whole day shot. By the time you get all that stuff done, it was just a fight to get over here. So they got the chipper over here. They should have been over here like at noon, and ended up getting over here like just before dark. It was just one of them deals where you just can't win. You know what I mean? You just can't win. So we got over here and decided to work our tails off to get through this thing. So we got through this, and now we're moving on to a piece that I've heard a lot of good things about. So I'm really excited to go there. Big job for us in our area. So I'm excited because it should be, the wood there is incredible, I hear, and it's a lot of big volume, quite a few acres for us. For other people it might be really small, you know, that's just how it goes. But I'm excited because I got the drone working again. You might see some clips from the drone working. That's excellent. It took me probably I'd say maybe 6 straight hours. I did it in 2 different days to put that drone back together. Basically, every piece of plastic on the main part had to be changed. It's like 4 pieces, but the two computers in it are on up, and they're not on, like, it's, you have to cut wires and solder wires and do all that stuff and change the one wing out. Yep, it was fun, but I got it done. And I've been so busy the last couple days, I haven't had a lot of time to get it up in the air a whole lot. I got on that job and things were a little squirrely with it. Like, yeah, she wasn't acting like she was supposed to. I'll try to change out some propellers and see if that'll help. But I was a little nerved up because it was the first time I had it in the air, and I wasn't that comfortable with it being above the chipper, being above anything yet, you know, after it took off on me. So that's fixed. Hopefully get some good video over there. Don't tell the cutter guy. Maybe we can sneak up on him with that new 573C buncher. We got a new buncher. It's the exact same as our old one. It's nice. No def, because they've been sitting on it for a while. Really nice. So Paulie's cleaning up here. I gotta fold this thing up. Then I am going to pull the Thule up here, and I'm gonna clean this thing off because it needs this poor girl has been neglected. I mean, yeah, we can do better than that, guys. We can do better. So we're gonna get this thing cleaned up. Yeah, the wood here was okay, but then there was some along that fields that were absolutely just pulling my hair out. Hard maple. It was going today so great. I was rolling trucks out, and then something went through the knives, and my knives were junk, and I couldn't get no wood through it. So I said, okay. Literally jumped out, got the tool truck out because that's got the air compressor in it. We haven't even talked about that a whole lot yet. We got to do that. If you want to see it, what's going on there, that's giving us some fits. We're figuring it out. Just like anything, we get that. Everything should work great. Gives us fits. We're learning. We figured it out. We're figuring stuff out. Get the knives changed today in like 15 minutes. And I mean, I'm like literally running back and forth. Things are looking great. And then I if you run a chipper, you know exactly what I did next. I had horrible knives in there, throw a set of new knives in there, and then threw a nasty hard maple through there. Yeah. Clogged up my spout in a matter of that. I was doing great. I had two trucks right by the end of the job. I knew I had to get them done to get this job cleaned up. Then I did that. And then I had to get it all cleaned out. You think I had any help? No. So once you're poking that 5-foot pry bar above your head for about 10 minutes, yeah, you start sweating pretty good. I had a good sweat going on this morning. And it's not warm out. So anywho, that's been today. That thing, if it gives me much more fits, it's really hard. I've like to get somebody. We have guys that work at our shop, and they're great guys, and they're really good with trucks and stuff. But you see how much this chipper goes to our shop, so it like never goes there. It's always out in the woods. That's the only way we're making money, is if this is in the woods. So it's one of those deals. They don't know a whole lot about the chipper, and so to have one of them come and start tearing through stuff, they can get confused really quick. So I just try to do as much as I can myself. It just works out better that way. If I ever get stuck in a real rut, I can call them. But that's just what the stress level's been the last couple days behind the 8 ball. No videos. I mean, yeah, it's been one of them weeks. It's been a fight. So we can move this next job. Hopefully things will go great, and hopefully we make some good videos. We'll see what happens. I got a truck that it's about on its way here. I don't even know what time we're looking at. Time check is 2:37, and it's going to take us a while to move there. The job's a ways away. It's not one of these close moves, so we're going to get moved over there. Bigger and better things. So I'm excited. I'm excited to make some videos. I'm excited just for moving somewhere, going somewhere, different job. I've said that a million times, I like to go to different jobs. You see different areas of the country, you see different timber, you see just different visuals all the time, every day. We'll be over there for a while on this new job. I've worked in that area on that road for a while. There's some nice timber over there. Once again, really good stories if I'd have been making videos 7 years ago. I wasn't making videos 7 years ago. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, just keep rolling. Especially in these bad weeks. It has been a fight. So, the old number 25, help me out.